Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. We finally made it to the midweek mark. Already seeing some rain hit some of the 4 states. Some storm chances are expected to come through this afternoon. Nothing severe though, just some showers and storms, and then we'll be looking for things to clear up quite soon. Our West Go Home finishing tower cam, finally seeing a little bit of color in our sky. Fog really taking over though this morning. Could have a little bit of an effect on your visibility. At least no dense fog advisories right now. We could see some of those in the early overnight hours of tomorrow. Our temperatures are in the 60s, a couple low 70s on the cooler side or mild side for us, and we're not going to pick up much today. Highs expect to be in those low 70s, around 74 degrees for us in Joplin here. But our Fremont First Alert Doppler on our radar is showing a little bit of this scattered shower activity, very isolated, a little bit near Stockton, and then as well looking across the 4 states off to our east as well. We'll see that expand and become a bit more prevalent this afternoon and into our early evening. But this fog really increasing right here. Look at this. It's becoming extra dense, specifically off to our east. As it starts to diminish throughout our morning, we'll have a little bit of clearing before some showers and storms make their way to the region. But that low level moisture is fueling in, which is creating quite humid conditions for us as an upper level trough is slowly making its way in. It'll shift further off to the east today, but carrying all these showers and storms we're expected to see for our afternoon, and then those should die off by our evening. But some drier air will follow these showers and storms, which should help to dry things up a bit going into the later hours of tonight, into the overnight hours of tomorrow. But that leftover moisture could transform into some fog and then bring us some dense fog advisories possibly tomorrow morning. But for now, this morning we'll be waiting on the showers and storms to kind of move into our afternoon. This low pressure system with this front from yesterday transversed through the region. Now it is off to our east. Still seeing some of those flood warnings though for portions of northeast Oklahoma. So if more rain comes in and it is on the heavier side, we could see more of those possibly progress to some flash flood warnings, and then also some more flood watches develop if the rain does accumulate quite nicely. But we could use the rain even though we've been, seeing a good amount of it over the last couple of days. As a whole, we've been on the drier side, which has brought in worsening drought conditions. We'll have some influence from some high pressure, which will keep us even further on the drier side, but that heat will be coming back slightly. We'll gradually pick up into the 80s this weekend, and the sunshine should make its way back to us. But over the next 6 to 10 days, into really the next 2 weeks, the rain is expected to be on the lower side, which could bring us some more problems when it comes to that worsening drought. Now looking at our highs for today, Joplin should be around 74 degrees, expected 74 as well in Veneta, and 75 in Coffeyville. So we do have some of those uniform temperatures in the 70s, definitely on that cooler side today, below that seasonal average. And then as we get into this evening, the lows should shift into the 50s and 60s. Joplin around 57 degrees, 65 in Miami, and 58 in Veneta. So a nice but cooler evening for us, and that rain should start to dry up going into tonight. They're saying around 7 p.m. things should start to dry up. Here's a look at your KSM forecast from your local weather authority. Those highs today will be in the 70s, definitely below that seasonal average, about a 70% chance to see some of that rain, and it could be on the heavier side, so just be aware of that specifically this afternoon if you plan on making a grocery run or two. And then tonight, those lows will get into the 50s, finally feeling like fall, getting cool out there, getting closer to October by the day. Really, I cannot believe we're already at the end of September, and we're going to warm up as we get into this weekend.
All right.